Hello, my dear students. Welcome to Sankalp Learning Classes. In this class, we are solving the Model Question Paper 1. Already, we have started um, started this session to solve the Model Question Paper. So, already we have solved the Physics and the Chemistry paper. So, in this class, we are solving the Biology Question Paper. Okay. Yes, let us start with the first question. Four alternatives are given for each of the following question or incomplete statements. Choose the alternative and write the complete answer along with its alphabet. 26th question. The type of reproduction during the plasmodium reproduction in plasmodium is option A budding, option B fragmentation, option C vegetative propagation, and option D multiple fission. Here, the type of reproduction during the plasmodium is option A budding. So budding commonly we can see in yeast and hydra, right? And fragmentation that is in spirogyra, and vegetative propagation that is in some plants which are reproduced through roots and stem and leaves. So that is the vegetative propagation. And the correct answer is multiple fission. That is option D is the correct answer. That is the multiple fission. Okay. The correct answer for this question, that is the multiple fission. Next question. Pyruvate in cytoplasm. So then it convert inside the muscle cell, it forms X plus energy. Here X represent option A oxygen, option B ethanol, option C lactic acid, option D carbon monoxide. Here, so in the cytoplasm, glucose that is converted into pyruvate, that is 3 carbon compound, and inside the muscle cell, in the absence of oxygen, when the oxygen is not present, then the muscles inside the muscle cell, when the oxygen is not there, the pyruvate that is converted into lactic acid and energy. The correct answer is lactic acid. So here option C is the correct answer, that is the lactic acid. Next question. Observe the female reproductive structure given in a figure and figure A and B. The correct statements related to this figure is A. Fertilization of egg is possible in both of the structures. B. Fertilization of egg is possible only in the structure B. C. Fertilization of egg is possible only in the structure of figure A. Fertilization of egg is not possible in both of the structures. Here, see the figure A. Here, this is the ovary and this is the fallopian tube and the uterus. But see the figure B. Here, fallopian tube is cut and tied. Okay. So, here fallopian tube is cut. So, there is no chance of fusion of male and female gamete, because the male gametes come from this side and the female gamete that is produced here that move into the fallopian tube. So there is no fusion takes place because the fallopian tube is cut and tied, right? So in the figure A we cannot see that type of structure, but in the figure B we can see that. So we can say Fertilization of egg is possible only in the figure B. No, fertilization of egg is possible only in the figure A. The fertilization of egg is possible only in the structure of figure A. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. Answer the following question. So here 1 mark, 3 question, total 3 marks from this section. Draw the diagram of open stomata. 29th question. Draw the diagram of open stomata. Here, yes, this diagram. This is the open stomata. So for 1 marks, they ask the diagram. Open stomata. And this one, that is the closed stomata. Open stomata, and this is the closed stomata. Here you have to label guard cells. So these are the bean shaped guard cells, and this is the stomatal pore, and this is the chloroplast. Okay, so this you have to label. Please practice this both diagrams, open stomata, and this is the closed stomata. Okay. Next question. Sexual reproduction leads to more variation. Why? What is the reason behind this? Why sexual reproduction leads to more variation? Here, sexual reproduction leads to more variations because it involves the fusion of gametes from two different parents, resulting in offspring that inherit a unique combination of genes from both, creating diverse genetic makeup. Sexual reproduction, so that leads to the variation because so there is a fusion of male and female gametes takes place, right? From the two parents, the the offspring that inherit the unique combination of genes from both, from diverse genetic makeup from both the parents. Next question. Use of non-biodegradable substances should be minimized. Why? Use of non-biodegradable substances. So that is not biodegradable by the bacteria and fungi. So why it should be minimized? What is the reason behind this? Here, non-biodegradable substances should be minimized because they do not decompose naturally, leading to the environmental pollution by accumulating in landfills, waterways, and the soil. So like that, they cause the environmental pollution. So because of this reason, non-biodegradable substances should be minimized. Yes, this is also 1 mark question. So next we are discussing the 2 mark questions. Okay. So this is 32nd question. How is the ozone layer is formed? Protection of ozone layer is necessary. Why? Give reasons. How is the ozone layer formed? Protection of ozone layer is necessary? Why? Give reason. So that is also 2 mark question. Okay. Here, ozone at the higher levels of the atmosphere is product of UV radiation acting on the oxygen molecules, and when the UV radiations fall on the oxygen molecule, that convert it into a free oxygen atoms. Okay, they form the free oxygen atoms. Then when the free oxygen atoms combines with the oxygen molecule, they form the ozone. Here, when the UV rays falls on the oxygen molecules, split into free oxygen atoms. When these free oxygen atoms that combines with the oxygen molecules and they form the ozone. That is the formula of ozone. Ozone, that is O3, ozone layer. Yes, this is the O2 that is converted in the presence of UV radiation into free oxygen atoms, and the free oxygen atom combines with the oxygen and form the ozone. Okay. Why protecting ozone is necessary? Protecting the ozone layer is crucial because it acts as a shield, because absorbing the harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun that can cause skin cancer, damage crops, and disrupt ecosystems in living organisms. So that is the answer. Next question. Give an example for a food chain of aquatic ecosystem. If there is an increase in the number of organisms in the third trophic level, how does this affect on the food chain? Yes, how does it affect on the food chain? So that you have to explain. Please note down the question. This is the option for the 30-second question. Yes, so again, there is an option for the 2 mark question. Give an example for the aquatic ecosystem, food chain of the aquatic ecosystem here. A typical aquatic food chain, so that is example, that start with the phytoplankton. Okay, phytoplankton, that is the type of algae. Phytoplankton, that is algae, that is the producer, and zooplankton, they are the consumers. Zooplankton, then small fishes, and they're the secondary consumers, and the large fishes. Okay, so this is the food chain of the aquatic ecosystem. Phytoplankton, zooplankton, small fish, and the large fishes are the that is the aquatic food chain. Then if the population of the organisms at the third trophic level, that is small fishes, increases, it will likely lead to the decrease in the zooplankton population due to the increased predation. Okay, so when the predation is increased here, when the small fishes are increased, so they feed more on the zooplankton, and there is a extinction of the zooplankton. Okay, so due to the less zooplankton to graze on them, this can disrupt the entire food chain balance. So if any one trophic level is affected, so the entire food chain will be so there is a disruption of the entire food chain. So that is the answer. Next question. A round seed producing capital R P plant is hybridized with the wrinkled seed producing small r P plant. Mention the results obtained in the F2 generation with the help of checkerboard. Write the genotypic ratio of plant types. Write the genotypic ratio of plant types. Here, the round seed producing plants and the wrinkled seed producing plant, that is capital R crossed with the small r. So what are the gametes produced by these plants? Here capital R and here small r. Okay. Then F1 generation plants, F1 plants. So they are all are having the capital R, small r in their genotype. So all are round seed producing plants. All are round seed producing plants. Okay. Round seed producing plants. Then to obtain the F2 generation, you have to self-pollinate the F1 generation, that is capital R small r crossed with the capital R small r. So here F2 generation plants. So you can obtain these plants by using the checkerboard. Okay, so let us draw the checkerboard. Yes, I will write the gametes in this column. Gametes. So here capital R, small r, and here capital R, small r. Okay. So just add this capital R, that is R, R. This is capital R, small r. Then capital R, small r. Then small r, small r. Okay. So here total round seed producing plant, capital R combination plants, that is one, that is round seed producing plant. Okay. Then capital R small r, total how many plants are there? 1, 2 plants. So they are also round seed producing plant. Then small r, that is wrinkled seed producing plant. Only one plant is there. So that is wrinkled seed producing plant. Okay. Then here you have to write the genotypic ratio of this plant, that is 1 is to 2 is to 1. The genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. If you write the phenotypic ratio, type of plants, that is 3 is to 1, because 3 round seed producing plant and 1 wrinkle seed producing plant. Okay. 3 round seed and 1 wrinkle seed producing plants are produced. Next question. Next we are discussing the 3-mark questions. Answer the following questions. 3 questions, that is total 9 marks. How is the sex of the child will be determined in human beings? How is the sex of the child is determined in human beings? Here, total 23 pairs of chromosomes are present in human beings. Out of that, 22 pairs of chromosomes, they are same in male and female, but 23rd pair, that is different. So here 23rd pair in male, that is XY chromosome, and in female, that is XX chromosome. During the formation of gametes, here the sperm, either it may contain X chromosome or Y chromosome. Okay. The gamete, it may contain X or Y chromosome, but the female gamete egg always contain the X chromosome. Here, if the sperm that contains the X chromosome, then always the egg is contain X chromosome, the resulting baby will be girl, female baby. And if the male, the gamete contain Y chromosome, the resulting baby will be male. So the sex is determined by the father. So we can say that father is responsible for the sex of the child. So like this, the sex is of the child is determined. Next question. How do Mendel's experiment show that parental traits are inherited independently to the offspring of next generation? Okay, so you have to explain this answer. How do Mendel's experiments show that parental traits are inherited independently to the offspring of next generation? Here, so by using the Mendel's dihybrid cross, we can explain this experiment. How do we can explain this concept, okay? So in the Mendel's experiment, he crossed the round yellow seed producing plant. I will write it shortly. Round yellow seed producing plants with the wrinkled green seed producing plant. Okay. Wrinkled green seed producing plant, that is capital R, capital R, capital Y, crossed with small r, small r, small y, small y. The gametes produced by these plants, that is capital R, capital Y, crossed with small r, small y. F1 plants, F1 plants, they are having the capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. All plants are, so they are round yellow seed producing plants. Okay. All are round yellow seed producing plants. F2 plants are obtained by crossing the F1 generation, that is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, crossed with capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Okay. So F2 plants are obtained by using the checkerboard. Okay. So let us use the checkerboard. Okay, I will write the gametes in this column and in this column. Okay. Here, capital R gametes are capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Here, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r, small y. Okay. So these are the gametes. So let us obtain the F1 generation. So here R, R, Y, Y. Okay. Capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. So that is the first plant. Then so you have to multiply this with this gamete, add the gametes. Capital R, so this is round yellow seed producing plant. Capital R, capital R, small y, capital Y. So this is also round yellow seed producing plant. Here capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. This is also round yellow seed. Here capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. This is also round yellow seed producing plant. Here also capital R, capital R, capital Y, small y. This is also round yellow seed producing plant. But here next one that you can see capital R, capital R. But here also small y, here also small y. So I will write the small y because so it is also round green seed producing plant. Okay. Next, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. And see the next one that is also capital R, small r, small y, small y. So it is also round but green seed producing plant because small y is there. Next one, here this gamete, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Okay. Then next with this gamete, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Okay, so that is also round yellow color seed producing plant. But here, see the next one, that is small r, small r, small r and capital Y, capital Y. And see the next one, that is also small r, capital Y, small y. Right. So this is wrinkled but yellow seed producing plant. Next one, capital R, small r. So this one with the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. And see the next one, that is capital R, small r, small y, small y. That is round but yellow color seed producing plant. Okay. Next one, small r, capital Y, capital Y. So that is also wrinkled yellow color seed producing plant. The last one is, that is R, R, Y, Y. So this is wrinkled and green color seed producing plant. So we can see here, that is the round yellow color seeds also produced. Here round yellow color seeds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Round yellow color seeds 9 plants are produced. And here wrinkled green, only one plant. Wrinkled green, that is only one plant at the last. And here round but green color seed producing plants. So that is 3 round green color seed. So in blue color you can see round capital R is there but only small y is there, right? So round but small y is there. So green color seed producing plant. Then see the yellow color, they are wrinkled but yellow color seed producing plant. So they are also 3. So here we can say that not only round yellow color seeds, wrinkled green seeds are produced. So the characters, they independently inherited to the next generation. So from this dihybrid cross experiment, we can say that so the characters, they inherited independently to the independently to the next generation. Okay, so please practice this checkerboard, so that will be that is very important for your board exam. Okay, next question. How are the phototropism, thigmotropism and the chemotropism are coordinated in the apparent movement of creepers towards the particular direction? Okay, so here in the movement of creepers, phototropism responds to the light, and thigmotropism, that is response to the touch, and chemotropism, that is response to the chemicals. They are coordinated by allowing the creeper to first use a light as a directional cue to generally reach the suitable support. Okay, then use of touch to identify the support, and finally potentially utilize the chemicals signals to further guide its attachment. So enabling it to climb in the specific direction by adjusting its growth based on these combined stimuli, both the phototropism, thigmotropism and the chemotropism. This condition is largely facilitated by the distribution of plant hormones. Okay. Yes, so that is within the creeper's body. So like this, three are coordinated in plants creepers. Please note down the question. This is also a 3-mark question. Next question. This is also 3-mark question, but it is option. What is the role of insulin, estrogen, thyroxine hormones in our body? So what are the roles of these three hormones? So first one, insulin, it maintains the blood sugar level. Okay, so it is responsible for the maintenance of the blood sugar level. Maintenance of the blood sugar level. Then estrogen, that is for the secondary sexual characters development in female. Secondary sexual characters in female, and which is responsible for the menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle. Okay, secondary sexual characters as well as in the menstrual cycle. Then thyroxine, which helps in the metabolism of carbohydrate, protein, proteins and fat metabolism. So this is the function of these three hormones, very important. So for the 5-mark, 3-mark question. So what is cross-pollination? What are the changes that occur in the flower after fertilization? What is cross-pollination and what are the changes that occur in the flower after fertilization? Here, cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen from the anther of one flower to the stigma of a different flower on a separate plant of the same species. Okay, so that is the cross-pollination definition. And what are the changes that occur after the fertilization? So after the fertilization, ovary that develop into fruit, then ovules that develop into seed, then the petals and sepals, they fall off after the fertilization. Okay, so that are the changes that we can observe in the plants after the fertilization. Next question. Draw the diagram to show the structure of human brain. Label the following parts. This is the 4-mark question. So you have to label the cerebrum as well as cerebellum. Okay. Here, so very important question. Next question, 5-mark question. Okay, only one 5-mark question. So that is asked in the biology section. In any section, they will ask. Answer the following question here. Explain the process of digestion in the small intestine of man. Mention the importance of double circulation in our body and what are the differences between the xylem and phloem tissue. So this is 5-mark question. The first thing is, so explain the process of digestion in the small intestine. So first step, the bile juice which is secreted by the liver, bile juice which move into the small intestine and which act on the fat to convert the large globules of fat into small globules. Okay, so that the enzymes, they can be they are able to act on this fat. So the large fat globules, they are converted into small fat globules. That is because of the bile juice in the intestine, small intestine. Second one, the pancreatic juice that contain the enzymes, so that is called as lipase and the trypsin. So these two enzymes. Lipase acts on the further digestion of the fats, small globules of the fat for the further digestion, and trypsin that act on the protein for the further digestion. Okay, so that acts on the protein. Again, in the third step, the walls of the intestine, they release the intestinal juice. Walls of the intestine, they release the intestinal juice. Okay, so this intestinal juice, so that contain the different enzymes. Finally, it convert the carbohydrate into glucose, proteins into amino acid into simpler form, that is the amino acid is the simple form of protein, and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. So this is the digestion, how it takes place in the small intestine, very important. Mention the importance of double circulation in our body. The double circulation in human body is crucial because it ensures the complete separation of oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood. So that is guaranteeing that the tissues and organs receive the steady supply of oxygen-rich blood, so thereby maximizing the efficiency of oxygen delivery to the cells. So this is very helpful in warm blood animals like humans. The separation also helps in the maintain proper blood pressure. Next question. What are the differences between xylem and phloem tissue? What are the differences between the xylem and phloem tissue? So here you have to make the two column to write the difference. Xylem tissue that transport the water, that is meant for the water transportation, and phloem tissue that is meant for the food transportation. Okay. Then water transportation, that is unidirectional. Unidirectional means from roots to the shoots, that is unidirectional. And the phloem tissues, they transport the food in multidirectional. The food is synthesized in the leaves and transport to the variety, different parts of the plant body. And ATP is used for the transport. So here, sorry, xylem uses the simple physical forces. Simple physical forces for the water transportation, and phloem uses the some ATP for the transportation of the food. Okay, so like this you have to write the difference between the xylem and the phloem. Okay, so dear students, we have completed the first model question paper. So we have solved the physics, chemistry and biology section in this question paper. I hope this is very helpful for your board exam. Thank you.